Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a clip of a fat influencer demanding that they put bigger chairs in restaurants. This is the same influencer who previously demanded obese people get a free extra seat on airplanes and also demanded that hotels make their hallways wider, J-Bay. We're also going to be taking a look at a couple of bonus clips diving back into the plus-size travel debate. Before we proceed, please click the like button so that I may apply comb to mustache.
If you've ever been uncomfortable in a restaurant because of your size, I know the struggle, and that's why I'm making today's video. Today's video is all about how restaurants can be more size inclusive and accessible for people of all sizes and abilities.
They need to stop selling food that makes you so large that you can't fit into the seat anymore. That's what you're gonna say, huh?
With this video, I hope to educate some restaurant owners so that they can make their restaurants more size inclusive and accessible.
Thank you for educating me. I'm a moron.
Here are my 10 solutions for how restaurants can create a more inclusive environment. Solution number 1, comfortable seating. Restaurants should provide spacious and sturdy chairs without armrests so that people...
Without armrests. But what about those of us that like armrests? What's comfortable for you is not going to be comfortable for me or anybody else.
People of all sizes can dine comfortably. Solution number 2, flexible table arrangements. Offer adjustable table configurations with ample space in between so people in larger bodies can navigate everything comfortably.
What, you want like one of those tables like people have in their house where it has the leaf that goes in the middle or whatever? You can expand it out. The restaurant is not your own personal house, and no, we can't have you lounging around in here in your underwear and whatnot. No.
Solution number 3, accessible restrooms. Ensure restrooms are spacious and can comfortably accommodate plus-size individuals and those with disabilities.
Okay, so we need to get bigger chairs, bigger tables. We need to remodel the bathroom entirely. Instead of 3 stalls in there, it needs to be just 1 stall now, right? We'll turn the previously multi-person bathroom into a single-person bathroom. Honestly, I like that one. I don't want people hanging out with me when I'm in the bathroom. Let me just have the whole room. Just give me a minute. I'll be out, okay? And then you guys can come in. You don't need to stand next to me while I'm trying to use the thing. It's really annoying. Sorry, that's my own personal thing. It's just like, what are we, animals? We're all gonna stand next to each other and like pee into a trough? Like, what is this?
Solution number 4, reservation flexibility. Allow guests to request seating preferences during the reservation process.
Okay, that one makes pretty good sense. If you're gonna need special accommodations or whatever, it would be nice to call ahead of time and let the restaurant know.
This will allow people to choose seating that suits their needs. Solution number 5, provide key information on your website.
No.
Provide key information like table configurations, seat dimensions, chair weight capacities, and more on your website where it's easily accessible.
Dude, if you have to go on the website before you go to the restaurant to check the chair weight capacity, you might have some kind of issue.
Solution number 6, ensure that your tables are not secured to the ground. Make sure they can be moved to make room for individuals who might need more space.
No, we like to keep them bolted to the floor.
Solution number 7, offer more room in booth seating.
Don't you mess with my booths. I love the booth.
Make sure that there's plenty of space to move around between the table and booth seat.
Dude, if there's space for somebody that's like 400 pounds to sit in that booth, then the space between the booth and the actual table is going to be like 4 feet, dude. You see, this can't work. Okay, if this is the booth, like this is a normal booth situation, right? You're like this far from it. If they make it so that somebody living in a larger body can also go in this booth, the seat's going to have to be like back here. So then I'm eating like this. No. I'm either going to be eating like this from way back here, or I'm going to have to be like, screw the chair and just come up here. And just like lean up on this sucker like this. To hell with the back of my chair that's way over there 3 feet back.
This will ensure that people of various body sizes can sit there and be comfortable.
Not really. It only ensures that larger people can sit there comfortably. So in an attempt to make everything more fat-friendly, you're making it more inaccessible to everybody else.
Solution number 8, staff training. Train staff on what type of accommodations can help plus-size individuals have a better experience.
Dude, this is getting ridiculous now. Yes, make sure the staff are specially trained to deal with people living in a larger body. Make sure they all have their CPR certification. Do-do-do.
Solution number 9, outdoor dining. If you've got an outdoor dining area, make sure you have some chairs without armrests.
I like armrests. Stop trying to take my armrests. I like the booth. I like the armrest.
And opt for chairs that do not have metal grating.
I like metal grating. No, I'm just talking mess on that one.
This is a small change that can create a more open and inclusive atmosphere.
I don't want to be more inclusive, and I don't want to be more open. I want to be more closed and more exclusive.
And last but not least, solution 10, showcase photos. Consider showcasing photos of your typical seating and table setups on your website.
Well, I mean, putting more information about your restaurant on your website just makes good sense in general.
It helps people plan ahead and sets the stage for a comfortable and welcoming dining experience. And these are just some of the ways that restaurants can become more size-friendly and inclusive. Check out my blog at the top of my profile for more.
All right, so you want us to do 1, 2, 3, XYZ, yada, 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 yeah? No, we're going to have to say no. Collectively, I speak for society, and we're going to have to go ahead and say, nah. No, but seriously, now you want restaurants to be more accommodating? Some of those weren't too outrageous, like, hey, don't bolt down the table. Can we change the seat around a little bit? Other parts of that were ridiculous, like the whole booth thing. No, you're not ruining my booth. No, we're not taking the arms off the chairs. I like the arms on the chairs because my arms can go there. Now we're going to take a look at a bonus clip of people complaining about being a plus-size traveler.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we check to see if there's a customer size policy before booking.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we're expected to pay more just to travel comfortably.
No, you're not expected to pay more. You're expected to pay for what you use, and you use more. Why do I keep getting charged more, even though I use more stuff? I'm not sure what this trend is. We're blah, 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 so of course we're gonna yada, yada, yada. I don't know what this trend is. I would have loved to be like walking down the side of the road when they were filming this.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we think about if we need a second seat before we book a flight.
Okay, but do you pay for it? Or do you expect it to be given to you for free?
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we ask for the seatbelt extender as soon as we board the flight.
You're lamenting about all the extra stuff that you have to do because of the choices that you made in your personal life. I'm a smoker. Of course I can't really breathe walking up 10 flights of stairs. I'm a smoker. Of course the doctor's always lecturing me on quitting. I'm a smoker. Of course people give me dirty looks when they smell the cigarettes on my clothes. What is the point of this?
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we get dirty looks anytime we're traveling.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course society doesn't believe we deserve to travel.
Society doesn't believe that you deserve to travel. Wow, that's some crazy narcissism you got there, buddy. I don't think society thinks about you at all. To use the term society and deserve in the same statement means that you think the world literally revolves around you and you're the center of the universe.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we can't use a tray table on a plane.
We're plus-size travelers.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we don't see any of this as a red flag.
Of course we have to look through tons of pictures just to see if a place is plus-size friendly.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we have to walk sideways down the plane aisle to make sure we don't hit you with our ass.
That's not how you bleep something out. You don't leave the word in there and then just put the bloop sound over the top of it. I still heard the word. What the heck?
Plane aisle to make sure we don't hit you with our ass.
And you did the bloop like in the beginning of the word and it didn't even cover up the end of the word. Worst bleep ever.
Plus-size travelers. Of course we can't use the airplane lavatory comfortably.
What can you do comfortably though? You know? It seems like walking down the sidewalk is not very comfortable, honestly. Seemed like you might have been a little bit out of breath saying that statement. Let's hear it again.
Travelers. Of course we can't use the airplane lavatory comfortably.
Yeah. The way that he's speaking right here kind of sounds like back when I was larger and out of breath and trying to conceal that fact. I've talked about it before when like I'd be out of breath and I'd be like, what? No, guys, I'm not out of breath. And you're trying to like hide it because it's super embarrassing because you didn't just get done running a marathon. You were doing something simple like walking for 3 steps. I was when I was out of breath, but in a similar fashion.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we have to do hours of research just to go somewhere.
Okay, well, if you put those hours of work into other activities, perhaps you wouldn't be plus-size travelers and you wouldn't need all these special accommodations. If I have to put an additional 30 minutes to 1 hour of work into every single thing that I do because I am a plus-size traveler, I could also put that 30 minutes to 1 hour of work into activities that are healthy and would help me reduce my size. That could mean researching what to eat or going to the gym or whatever. And if you're watching this and you're currently living in a larger body, how much time do you put into extra and special accommodations every single day? Think about it and then do the math on what would be a better use of your 30 minutes to 1 hour per day.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we use apps like Seat Guru to navigate travel in a bigger body.
Was this just an ad for Seat Guru? You bastards, you fooled me.
We're plus size travelers. Of course we check the weight limits on like almost everything.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we have to worry about weight-based discrimination.
I'd be more worried about my knees at this point. For each pound of body weight, there are 4 pounds of additional pressure placed on each knee joint.
We're plus size travelers. Of course we bring compression socks on all of our trips.
Okay.
We're plus-size travelers. Of course we can't find our sizes in souvenir shops.
Alright, I'm not sure of the point of this video. This is just like a lot of good reasons to lose weight, honestly. That's funny when a lot of people in the fat acceptance movement make a video complaining and they have like a list of demands. All of their complaints and their entire list of demands could all just be categorized as red flags that I've been ignoring.
We're plus size travelers. Of course we get an extra pat down at security.
Well, you could conceal a lot of extra stuff that other people cannot. You could be smuggling a bunch of cocaine in between some rolls and whatnot. You get your cocaine and you're like, oh, this stinks. Did you smuggle this in your ass crack? Sorry. Oh, man. All right, so I'm not sure what's up with that trend, but I've seen it in other spaces as well. There's one where they're like, we're plus-size actors, of course, blah, 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 and then they go on to list all their complaints or whatever. I'm a guy with a shaved head. Of course I don't have any hair on my head because I'm the one that took the clippers and shaved it all off. Brr. Okay. Next.
So you want to hear my hot take on plus size travel and why I think every plus size traveler should get a free second and even third seat on an airplane?
And a third seat for free. I don't know why you think this.
Then you better keep watching and sign my petition to make some real change.
Yeah.
Let's just state facts. Plus size travelers need more space.
Let's just state facts. Obesity is one of the leading causes of death in the United States, contributing to more than 300,000 deaths per year.
And many people agree that plane seats are too small, even for the average size person.
I don't. I think they need to be smaller. Everybody's got too much room as it is. Looking way too comfortable and free in there. It pisses me off.
As a plus size traveler myself, I know how uncomfortable and unsafe it can be to squeeze into a tiny airplane seat. We are not asking for special treatment or luxury accommodations. We simply want enough space to travel comfortably and safely without fear of being discriminated against because of our size.
Okay, well, I want an extra seat to put my feet up. Can I get that?
It's truly that simple.
I want to be able to smoke on the plane. Can I get that? I'm just joking, I don't smoke.
If you agree that every traveler deserves to fly comfortably and without fear of discrimination, then go ahead and please sign my petition and share it with everybody that you know.
Well, apparently only 226 people agree with you. And let's get to 500 according to this petition.
Let's work together to make air travel more inclusive and accommodating for everyone.
No, let's not. As usual, we can't just give you stuff without taking it from somebody else. For every seat we give you for free, it's taking the seat away from somebody else. Okay, I disagree with all of that. I think you should pay for the amount of space that you use. If you take up 2 or even 3 seats, then you need to pay for 2 and even 3 seats. People have toddlers and little kids that don't even take up an entire seat, yet they have to pay for a whole seat. Why don't they get a half price? Why do you get a free seat? What if people want to travel with their cat or their dog? Should they get a free seat to put the cat or the dog there? Editor's note. I would love a plane full of dogs and cats. That would be great. You could pet them. Next.
Things that plus-size travelers hate. When the tray table can't come down.
Wow. Dude, not only can the tray table not come down, it barely can't even go up. It's basically not even able to be in the same seat area as you.
Tray table can't come down. Worrying about asking for a seatbelt extender. Having little to no room to move.
Right, and this is the fault of the plane and everybody else, right? I can't move. I can't stand up under my own power. Somebody, come fix this for me. Dude, she is like over halfway into the seat next to her and completely wedged between the front and the back seat there. Like I said, like, yeah, not only can the tray table not come down, It barely can't even be in the same seat area as you. She is literally wedged between her seat and the seat in front of her. You know how sometimes you're on a flight and the stupid kid behind you is kicking the seat and you're like, God damn it, stupid ass kid back there, knock it off. Well, in her case, you'd feel something pushing on the seat behind you and you'd look back and it's just her body protruding into your seat. And I'm not trying to be mean, but it is what it is, right? She's literally pushing into your seat. You're like, God damn, stupid kids, quit kicking my seat. Oh, it's not a kid kicking my seat, it's you. Okay. Having little to no room to move. Yeah, you have little to no room to move within your own body as well, even if you weren't in an aircraft.
Narrow aisles and bulkhead seats.
I love the narrow aisles.
Tiny airplane bathrooms.
I love the tiny bathroom. The bathrooms are pretty small, but if you can't fit in there, man, that indicates a serious problem because they are big enough to accommodate people. And I'm not saying that people living in a larger body aren't people. Dude, part of your body's hanging over the sink. If you were a man right now, okay, you wouldn't even be able to see what's going on, right? You're just blind aiming. You're like, oh, where's it? I hope it's getting in the toilet. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be gross. But what's the situation if you're a woman, though, right? If you're a man, you can't see to aim or whatever. But if you're a woman, I imagine you can't reach to give a good wipe or a good cleaning down there. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be gross.
Worrying you're going to break the toilet.
If you're worried that you're gonna break the toilet, take it as a red flag or a warning sign. Instead of being like, man, these toilets sure are cheap these days, you should see it as, man, I have a serious problem on my hands that I need to take care of.
Getting pat down because you're fat.
Like I said, you can smuggle more.
Tiny airport chairs with armrests.
Alright, like I said, that could also just be called a list of red flags. Next.
Places I'm traveling in 2024 as a plus-size super fat traveler and creator. Playa
Super fat, okay.
del Carmen, Mexico. Las Vegas, Nevada. Belize City, Belize. Tulum, Mexico.
How do you afford this? I've seen this person's travel vlog or whatever. None of their videos get any traction except the videos of them requesting all these special accommodations and stuff. And even those videos, all the comments underneath are not supportive. The rest of us have jobs that we have to work all the time and whatnot, and we can't afford to go to all these places.
Guatemala. Destin, Florida.
You've already listed more places than I've ever traveled to in my entire life. And I'm not trying to be a hater, although I am jealous, honestly. You don't have like a job to get to or anything?
New Orleans,
Just permanent vacation.
Louisiana.
It makes sense though, right? I mean, how could you be morbidly obese and have a job? So is this person like a trust fund kid, or is there some big corporation that's pushing her to make this type of content? There is the phenomenon of anti-diet nutritionists and dietitians who are actually being funded by food companies.
Atlanta, Georgia. Palm Springs, California. Austin, Texas.
Wow, bro, what the heck?
Miami, Florida.
This whole video is just gonna be me being jealous that this person gets to travel the whole world, basically.
Nashville, Tennessee.
I am not sure how it's possible.
Puerto Rico. San Diego, California.
Your life is a 24/7 vacation. Your family must be rich, or somebody's funding you to do all of this.
Chicago, St. Lucia. Park City, Utah. New York City. Banff, Canada. Dominican Republic.
I've been to a lot of places in the United States. I used to travel coast to coast moving furniture with my stepdad for Mayflower. But outside of this country, I've only been to Canada.
Jamaica, the Bahamas, Boston, Massachusetts. Follow along for more from us about the fat freedom accessibility to #access for all.
So what do you think of the clips that we just saw? Do restaurants need to make a bunch of changes to be more size inclusive? Do plus-size travelers have a bunch of struggles that other groups would know nothing about? And finally, how the hell is she affording any of this? Leave a comment below. Happy Thursday, everybody. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.